many of us who are fans of the Assassin's Creed series, we have seen this game series transform from a game focusing on stealth, brotherhood, and conspiracies into RPGs with massive open worlds. Many of us have jumped into the series from different points, from the classic Desmond era all the way through to the RPG era. But somewhere along the way, Assassin's Creed lost its identity and what made it special. I love the series more than any other, but I can't ignore the fact that it has its problems. Mirage felt like it was on the step of bringing us back to the classic Assassin's Creed era we all know and fell in love with. I'm thankful to Ubisoft for giving me a free copy of the game to review it and cover it on the channel during my live streams. Mirage felt like a breath of fresh air, and with the controversies of Assassin's Creed Shadows, it now feels like the perfect time to reflect on how the series should move forward. Yes, it's true, I did enjoy the RPG elements that were present in Odyssey and in Valhalla, but I still feel that the series needs to go back to its roots. For one thing, they really need to fix their modern day story, which is what I hope to see with Assassin's Creed Infinity. I think they should finally connect the games, comics, movies, and upcoming TV series into one universe. Mirage is the key to bringing back Assassin's Creed to its roots. Now, Mirage is by no means a perfect game, but it's a step in the right direction. I know Ubisoft would not stop making RPG Assassin's Creed games, but they should still make classic games. One thing I really loved about Mirage was the sense of brotherhood and how close we are to Assassin's Creed 1. In Mirage, we get to see how Basim aspired to become a hidden one. Basim was nothing but a lowly thief who wanted to make a difference. Basim gets his chance to join the Brotherhood when he's saved by Roshan. Basim trained very hard to become a hidden one and proved himself worthy to be one of the ranks. Basim had no idea that he was the Isu Loki, but he was on a journey of self-discovery through the Brotherhood. Basim slowly climbed through the ranks and became a master assassin by doing many contracts and eliminating people who were a threat to the Hidden One's ideals. Roshan was proud of her protege, but unfortunately she knew who Basim truly was and tried to keep her pupil from finding out the truth. Roshan's efforts would fail and Basim would find out the truth in Baghdad and head back to Masyaf. Roshan tried to stop Basim, but ultimately Basim won. Basim would unite the Jinn that haunted his nightmares along with his friend Nehal and himself to reform Loki. The Isu Loki was free and would walk out of Masyaf to have his revenge against Odin. Roshan and the Mentors of the Hidden Ones knew this, and Roshan tried to warn the Council, but the Council welcomed Basim back. Roshan left the Brotherhood since she knew how dangerous Loki was. I really enjoyed the story of Mirage. It brought back the sense of mystery, danger, and adventure that has been missing from Assassin's Creed. Mirage is a good example of how to mix the elements of the past with the present. Mirage encapsulates the transition of the Hidden Ones to the Assassins. Mirage captured Basim's story with elements of action, betrayal, and loss. While it was not perfect, it's a step of where the series should go back to. I still feel Unity has the best parkour in the series, but Mirage is not bad, but not the worst either. It felt good to climb buildings and jump across rooftops. While the combat was a bit janky at times, it was also a welcome addition. I really enjoyed using throwing knives to take out my targets and smoke bombs to get away from my targets. Having the notoriety system back with the classic wanted posters and bribing authorities was also a great addition. The map was also a great size that didn't feel too massive or too bloated, and the activities were easy to do. I feel like the RPG Assassin's Creed games have become way too big for most average gamers to enjoy or get into. I have many friends who have abandoned or walked away from the series because the stories are lacking, protagonists aren't interesting enough, the worlds are too big, and the games becoming RPGs. I used to believe that maybe they were wrong, but maybe they were onto something. You can disagree with this, but I think they should make another trilogy with a singular protagonist as the lead, just like they did with Ezio. For so long, I feel Assassin's Creed has been disconnected because there's so many different visions competing against each other instead of one unified vision. So many great protagonists have come and gone that deserve a trilogy, like Connor, Edward, and Bayek, just to name a few. Mirage is proof that Assassin's Creed needs to go back and unify the Brotherhood and its fan base. I know there's a lot of people who have become disengaged from the series, and while I understand Ubisoft's need for the series to continue to be profitable from a business standpoint, it will have to go back to what made it great eventually. Mirage is a great start to lay that foundation, and while I have hopes that Shadows will be successful, we need Assassin's Creed to come back to its roots so it can be solid. Many of us know Mirage was originally supposed to be an expansion of Valhalla, but Mirage should be the foundation for a classic Assassin's Creed to once again flourish with a strong narrative, a protagonist to grow with, and a modern day story to unite the universe. The modern day story is also something I hope that gets fixed with Assassin's Creed Infinity, which they will be introducing in Assassin's Creed Shadows. While I praise Mirage for many things, there's a few things I didn't enjoy about the game. One of them being the assassin focus ability where you can eliminate multiple enemies at once, and it looks like you're teleporting across the screen. I personally think chain killing is better visually and looks more realistic than teleporting across the screen. This has been an issue not only in Mirage, but this has also been an issue I had with Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla. Don't get me wrong, there's a few elements of fantasy you have to take with Assassin's Creed, but they shouldn't make you an unstoppable supernatural threat. I think a perfect example of how these fantasy abilities should be used is the way Ezio used the Apple of Eden in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. It was only for a small section of the game, but you can see how the powers of the Apple affected Ezio as well when he used them against the Borgia soldiers. This is a great example of how to use something powerful, but it has its limitations and uses. One of the other things I didn't like about Mirage was how fast they went through Basim's training with the Hidden Ones. I would have preferred if they had fleshed out his training arc a bit more, and we would have seen how Basim's relationship developed with the Brotherhood. I feel if they added more of this, we probably would have cared more about some of the side characters we met in Mirage. I think it would have been great to see how Basim bonded with his ego Enkidu and would have made it more impactful when Enkidu rejected him as Loki. Finally, while I enjoyed doing the contracts in Mirage, some of the missions felt repetitive. I enjoyed Mirage, and while it's not the best Assassin's Creed game I have ever played, I would say it's a solid small game that could have been greater if it had been developed as a full game from the start. I still believe Mirage is the key to bringing back the identity of what makes Assassin's Creed games great. While I have no idea what the future holds for Assassin's Creed, I hope it's a bright one full of adventure, danger, and glory. I'm thankful to Ubisoft for giving me an opportunity to partner up with them and letting me cover Assassin's Creed Mirage. I wish nothing but the best for them with Assassin's Creed Shadows. I also stand with my fellow brothers and sisters in the Assassin Brotherhood. We all have different viewpoints and arguments about the future of the series, but we want to see it continue. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content like this, and please feel free to leave comments below. If you want to become a member for early access and behind the scenes content, hit the join button for more information. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.
This memory I buried of this place, this prison, the torture I suffered here, it festered for years, in darkness and dreams, masked as a jinni, to haunt me and hollow me, until it consumed my waking life. But I have faced my past, my pain, embraced it. I shed my skin once, in another time, another place. But I am whole again. I remember. And as for those who thought to bind me, should any of them still walk the earth, I so look forward to our reunion. But until that day, a new world awaits.